this is Emmy, and I have your cold iced tea for you. So, as many of you know, there has been a update on the Blake Lively lawsuit. It is currently on the docket, and it is an order on the Great Unsealing. So, hopefully, we'll get to see a lot of documents unredacted. And I will tell you, I'm just reading through this real quickly. Lauren has already done a video on it. Bocce has already, everybody's already done a video. So I'm coming in at the last second. But anyways, what I wanted to make note of, and I wanted your opinion of, is what do you guys think of Isabella Ferrer, her stuff being unsealed? So remember when she went to the court and she wanted everything sealed because, you know, it might have to do with somebody's faith. And we guesstimated and we hypothesized that maybe those comments might refer to her rumored boyfriend's rumored faith. That's what I want to see, honestly. What do you guys want to see in the Great Unsealing? And as more people come in, we'll talk about, you know, the statement of 56, because that is going, portions of that is going to be unsealed. You think it's wonderful about Isabella Ferrer? I do too. I think it's going to offer a lot of transparency, and it'll kind of give us a glimpse of what her character, and when I say character, her moral character is about, because I'm kind of interested in that. And it'll actually give me a little bit more information on whether or not to support her in the future if she was like a little bewildered, you know, someone who just didn't know better. Maybe she was intimidated by Blake Lively. I don't know what happened, but it's just really interesting that she fought so hard, and like Jenny Slate didn't fight hard. Jenny Slate didn't even ask for anything to be redacted. She was just like, no, I don't want to go and see fans or something like that. I'm just hypothesizing. Hi, Leanne. I really need to do a live with you about the Great Unsealing and some other questions that I had about the doxing thing. But I'm glad to have you here, Leanne. So I think that this will show a little bit of what Isabella Ferrer's moral character is. I think it'll shine light to see if she really is in a relationship with what is it, Young Atlas. I'm interested, and I kind of want to see what people are commenting about the Baha'i faith, because again, we talked about Penn Badgley being of the Baha'i faith. Not that we're guaranteed to see that. It's just, I'm guessing maybe we might. I don't know. But it's interesting that Blake Lively kind of was like, hey, friends, I'll protect your text messages, like Gigi Hadid, Bradley Cooper, supposedly, allegedly, you know, some other celebrities. But she wouldn't fight for Colleen Hoover or Isabella Ferrer. She fought a little bit for Claire, but that's because the recording was not what the declaration seemed to be about. She didn't fight for Alex Sachs, and Alex Sachs had some interesting things to say. You know, talk about embarrassment. Well, Jenny Slate didn't want to go and hang out with fans and say hi or do anything. That could have been redacted. But Blake Lively was like, nope. Taylor Swift messages, I want redacted or sealed. Isabella Ferrer, psh, nope. And kind of hung out her, you know, kind of used her and then hung her out to dry, essentially. So it should be really interesting to see what Isabella Ferrer has to say. And I'm harping on her. Ryan Reynolds, I kind of get the idea that he's just a big bully behind the scenes. And so all of these text messages that we're going to see are probably going to be like, he's a predator, blah, 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 blah. But I also want to see from Ryan Reynolds if he's associated with Jenna Redfield. And I've been on that hill that I will probably die on to see who the heck leaked that information to Jenna Redfield about a potential lawsuit. Because in the text messages and in the timeline, I got the feeling that they were like not setting, sorry, my doggy, that they were, Wayfair's timeline seemed like Blake Lively was setting them up for a hostile work environment lawsuit, because you can kind of see it in like the January 4 meeting, which went sideways on her. And when I say sideways, it's because this whole lawsuit looks like it's pointing at the experts look like it's pointing at Sony and Angie Giannetti for being responsible for this hostile work environment versus Wayfair, because it was Sony and Angie Giannetti that were getting the complaints, and Wayfair was none the wiser and was like, we didn't know that. They probably would have changed their behavior if they would have known that, or they had done an investigation or something, but instead they're caught by surprise, and Sony and Angie are kind of looking suspicious, and I'm like, wait, you got these complaints and you didn't do anything, but yet you're not getting sued? That's my whole thing with Sony and Angie and Blake Lively miscalculating that, because it looks like she tried to shield Sony originally by saying that they, was it? Their hands were tied and they couldn't do anything. It turns out maybe Sony could have done something. I don't know. My hypotheses, my 10 crown ball gown theory. Leanne says, or also at the top, at the beach says, they are all vile people in my honest opinion. I think that means my honest opinion. Leanne says, Colleen Hoover stuff has been agreed by the parties to stay sealed because of her cancer battle. Oh, okay. That's good to know. But if it wasn't for that, would it have remained unsealed? And I think we have enough information from Colleen Hoover anyways, just with her going to the Daily Mail and her feeling uncomfortable with what Wayfair is saying, because it was clear that she was clearly, working with Blake behind the scenes for a while. And we'll probably see that in the PGA letter. Another thing I want to know, if it's going to be sealed, Leanne, do you know? The 2 security guards, or the 2, was it depositions of security? I want to see those, because I think those are going to relate to the trailer incident. Because my hypothesis is they might have had a guard in front of the trailer, and Jamie Heath would have had to gone through a guard. Unsealed. It's unsealed now, or it will be unsealed. I have to find it. Because my hypothesis is that there was a guard at the door of the trailer, and if he got deposed, we can see what he said about maybe Jamie Heath talking to him, or maybe the security guard passes a message onto the inside of the trailer, alert, someone's coming in, or Jamie Heath is coming in, do you have permission to send him up? Or maybe the security guard was the gatekeeper and he was like yes or no, and received prior instruction or warning that the Wayfair parties are going to come by. That's what I want to know. If these security guard people are attached to the trailer incident, or let's see, what else would they be associated with? Maybe the video if they're like right next to her at the beach. I would love to be a fly on the wall in the Reynolds home this weekend. Mm-mm-mm. Ooh. How many of you think that she's going to be baking cookies this weekend? Or is she going to be baking cookies, burning them, and then blaming them on Ryan Reynolds because we would never know? Out of spite. Ooh, it's going to get juicy. It's y'all, the great unsealing. We're really going to see what the relationship is made of. Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively. That's what we're going to see. We're going to see what their relationship is made out of. She going to burn some cookies? She going to bring him some hot coffee, or is it going to be cold? Don't ask me to bring you coffee. I'm going to burn it or do something. I can't even use a coffee maker. But anyways, what else is going to be unsealed? It looks like Betty B Holdings, Family Hive, Sony Pictures Entertainment, which we'll see a lot of Angie Giannetti hair covered donuts. Yeah. Hey, honey, I made you some donuts. No hairnet. Oh my God. That reminds me, didn't Ryan Reynolds star in that movie? Is it called Waiting? He's like a waiter in that food, right? And they're messing with the food and he's a waiter. Yeah, talk about movie karma coming back to him. Ooh. Willem Morris Endeavor is on the dock, is gonna be unsealed. What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of Judge Lyman now that these couples, that poor burger? Oh, I don't like burgers anyways. That just, I think that's worse than the burrito. What do you guys think of Judge Lyman now? Do you think that he is still protecting Blake, or is he playing more fairly now? Is he unseal it all? Yes, I'm in agreement. Unseal it all. Or do you think he's still playing into Team Blake Lively a little bit? Oh, Isabella Ferrer, I want to be a fly on your wall. Man, I really hope you didn't say anything bad about your potential rumored boyfriend's Faith, because that would suck for you. And that would truly show where your moral character is. I don't know why I'm harping on her so well, but I have a feeling. Anyways, WME, are they on the back foot? Mama Panda says, I think I'm going to wait and see what actually is unsealed and what relevance it has at the beach. I agree. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. We can guess. Bocce on her live, I think she's already did a table on all of these things. But what it is. I know a lot of them are subpoenas, and that'd be really interesting to see because I want to see Ryan Reynolds. I really just want to see who's attached to Jenna. Who leaked that to Jenna? Because that would say a lot. That would mean if they leaked it to Jenna, they're behind the scenes going to everybody saying that they're preparing a work environment. That would mean that someone went to Claire, because we don't know how anyone got to Claire and see those text messages. I just want to see what they said to Claire and how it went down. There's just so much. Docket Updates has done the table with add-ons to what they are. Okay, that's good to know. Oh, and there are citation examples. Oh, okay, cool. It looks like Brianna Coslow and Case, their stuff. Denied in part and granted in part is detailed below. I'm really excited about this 56.1. This explains everything beautifully. And this is going to expose Sony. I can just tell you right now. Let's see. A law and rule. That material should not be redacted. Yes. That's great. I'm happy. Are you guys happy with the great unsealing? This is just a table with Jed Wallace, what he wants sealed or redacted, which I think is fair. Neil Down says, are you reading any conspiracy? I think this is all a conspiracy when she wanted it all redacted. What is this? Proposed redactions except for the first message at 8:57 a.m. and the words actually dropped in page 6 in the message at 9:41 a.m. Okay. But I guess it's still going to be redacted. I wonder how crazy she went with it. I'm going to be mad if it's like 30 pages of all redacted like we just saw the other one. Oh. Unseal that. Let's see what else. It's pages and pages. Coslow. Maybe it was Stephanie Jones. I wonder if it was Stephanie Jones that reached out to... No, why would it be Stephanie Jones that reached out to Jetta? There's my ADD again. God, it's got to be one of them. Lively, Reynolds, or Sloan, I swear. I really want to see that connection. Because that's dirty, dirty. And I wonder if they could use that in like future like litigation. Okay. So pleadings, MSJ, Exhibit 18, third party interest, sealing. What is that? I think I'm on the right section. Jennifer Abel, deposition transcripts. I don't know. Haven't we seen most of that? 19, unseal. Tara Hanks. Am I on the right thing? Maybe not. Leanne, am I on the right thing? Seal pursuant to Lively's proposed redactions. What's that? Exhibit 42. Am I on the right? I don't think I'm on the right thing. Where's 42 at? SR. What's SR? Who's SR? That's not Sony. Who's SR? What else is going to get unsealed? 22 and 33. Street Relations, Jed Wallace. Oh, got it. D. Magan and is that Leslie Sloan on the 14th, or not the 14th, August 8th? Who's D. Magan? I don't think Magan was listed in disclosures. But I want to see her text messages. Okay. Sorry, guys. Hey, hey, Jesse and Max. It's the great unsealing day. 33. What was 33? Oh, we just talked about that. D. Magan. See what else. 81, 82, 83, 84. We get to see this. We get to see this. Jet. We get to see this. Shh. You're okay. We're okay. You're okay. We're all going to be okay. And those look like text messages. Let's see what else there is. 84, 85, 95. Unseal, unseal. Okay, that looks like Coslow stuff. 104 and 106. Oh my gosh, you guys, does that mean that we're going to see the expert reports? Oh my God, we're going to see the expert reports, potentially, and we're going to see Sony. So does that mean we're going to be able to read the expert reports trashing Sony? Which would vindicate Wayfair. Would we see that in trial? I wonder if BL will take sanctions over releasing that info. Oh, I hope so, because I don't know if you were on my live. That was messed up. I took it out, but yeah, she should be sanctioned for that one moment. Danny Magan is a Sony employee. Okay. So, oh, I wonder if that has to do with anything with the PGA. You think? But here's my theory. Let's see if they, theory one, for January 22nd, they use Blake Lively's expert reports pointing at Sony and Angie Giannetti as a defense in, what is it, in their argument on January 22nd. That is a prediction. That's going to be my prediction. They're going to use the expert reports that point to Sony and Angie Giannetti to relieve some of the liability off of Wayfair. I think that's what's going to happen. Because I'm only basing that off of what Sony wanted sealed because of all of the out of context things that they called Blake Lively out of. I wonder. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm moving up in the world because I have bots. Oh, I'm going to be so sad when this case is over, you guys. What are we going to talk about next? What are we going to talk about if this case is like totally dismissed? Jesse and Max, I mean, I wonder if Blake's team will refuse to hand over the info and take sanctions again. Can they even do that? I don't know. Would it even be worth it after all that? Millions and millions and millions of dollars that they've spent on this? And I'm talking about Blake Lively. Just millions of dollars she spent on this. Some people will have a bad weekend over this. I agree. Ooh, burnt cookies for dessert, everybody. Ryan Reynolds, you get no frosting. You just get a burnt cookie. She's not even going to try to sugarcoat it. Just burnt cookies, straight. Ryan Reynolds, you're just going to have to raw dog it, you know? Roses Wild says, I don't think she will turn everything over. Good point. She may not. Just to let you guys know, my phone is dying. It wasn't supposed to be a long chat, but here we are again, which I love. So I'm not complaining, just letting you know. If you like covering cases, there are plenty of true crimes. I've enjoyed seeing others branch out. Oh, talk about true crime. I have to tell you guys about the unaliving of my aunt and uncle. I've been waiting to tell you this crazy true crime story. Well, I guess it's not true crime if it's got a resolution, but it's a true crime that's affected my family. And it is, if you want to hear about that I could do a live on that. I was going to do it with Wrath, but you guys would probably love that. It's shocking and gross. Jungle Vet Jill says, make him eat one of Blake's cupcakes as punishment. That awful Christmas cookies that look like fried chicken. Fried chicken, oh my God. Christina, oh wow, sorry you went through that. Oh girl, it is juicy. I will give you, and it's a good, it goes along with my theme of my channel, trauma and stuff, and it's a twisty true crime. True crime meets paranormal, meets spirituality, meets ultimate karma and forgiveness. Oh, you guys, it's okay. I'll tell you the story, and maybe we'll do that next week, Friday next weekend after the trial. And send me suggestions and let me know what else you want to hear. I do have another channel. That one's more focused on health and wellness, and right now I have a kind of like a shockingly true healthcare horror stories. Things like a patient called a nurse a name. I had to restrain the nurse from striking the patient because the patient was delirious and the nurse had thin skin. So I have a couple stories about that, or nurses freaking out because, we're converting patients on floors that we're not supposed to, scrub techs, losing their cookies because they got to do an I&D, things like that. Can't have thin skin if you're a nurse? No. Yeah, it's got to be pretty thick. You know what I mean? And the comment that she got wasn't even that bad. It just took a lot of people to protect the patient and to get this person out of the room. But I'll tell you more of that on the other channel when we do a live. We can do lives of horror stories and all that stuff. People don't realize what our healthcare workers deal with. That's true. It's very true. It's the only profession where you can get kicked, bit, spit at, punched, and then you have to go deliver chocolate pudding and a smile to your patient. You know what I mean? It's the only one. But it looks like a lot of these things are going to have minimal redactions. These MSJs, 104, 106, 108. Man, I'm going to be like watching the docket. So they have to do this before the 22nd. Wow. You guys, they're going to be They're gonna be working. They'll be working it. 95 is another text message. 106, 108. Wow, I'm amazed that I even like remember these numbers. Justine Harris. Who is Justine Harris, everybody? Who is Justine Harris? Can I? Filed under seal. Of course. Who's Justine Harris? 107. 107. Was it in here? Crap. Wait. Why? Why? Is it? Maybe it's already unsealed? No. Okay. Well, it's already unsealed. Wait. What does this say? I don't think I've ever looked at this. Grok can't find a Justine Harris. Okay. That's weird. Google says Justine Harris is a voiceover actor. Why would a voiceover actor be involved? That's weird. Huh. This is that Van Sham summons. And I'm just reading this little red part here because I've never noticed it. And I've never looked at this document, to be honest with you, because everybody else was covering the Van Sham stuff. And I was kind of focusing on poking holes through Blake Lively's arguments. And I think we've covered all of the arguments. I think. Yeah, I think we poked hole through all of our arguments, including Sony having liability over this. This is a copy of a pleading filed electronically pursuant to the New York State Court rules. And then there's the provision, it looks like. Which at the time of its printout from the court system's electronic website had not yet been reviewed and approved by the court clerk because court rules something authorized the county clerk to reject filings for various reasons. Readers should be aware that documents bearing this legend may not have been accepted for filing by the county clerk. Okay. That's interesting, but whatever. Let's go back. What else? 108 and 112. Whoopsies. This is a subpoena for what? Van Sham. Subpoena to Jones. We get to see what was submitted to Jones. Sorry, Justine Harris is the Van Zan lawyer? No. What? No. What? It's on Reddit. What? We gotta go back and say this. Okay. Whoops. Can they? I didn't think that they could do that. I didn't think you could depose. What? Where's Leanne? Summons. Who wrote this? Okay, Samantha Katz. Name of action, parties. Blah, blah, blah. August 2024. I wonder if this was leaked to Jenna. God, Jenna Redfield, why are you stuck in my brain? Get out of my brain, Jenna. Just get out of my brain. But I wouldn't be surprised if it was not Justin, if it was Ryan Reynolds who reached out to her. This is Catherine. Man, that is crazy. A Van Sham lawyer. Oh my God. Ooh, that is some juicy bits. What's 112? Did we already talk about 112? That's... Why would they want this seal? Why did she want this sealed? Well, I guess it's not. Maybe I'm not looking at the right exhibit. $112. Let's see what else. They should start unfiling soon. They have a lot to file. I think the lawyer was the representative that had to answer questions for Van Zandt since Ryan wouldn't. Laugh out loud. Rose right, I think. Yeah. She might, yeah. She is who sat for the depot. Again, according to Grok. Oh my God. Well, that's smart of him for having a lawyer do it. That's incredibly smart. I need to remember that when I do an LLC. If I ever get monetized. Make sure you guys are subscribed. I think I'm like 10 away from like getting 500. And I need 1,000 to be monetized. Hey, Khaleesi, 114. What is that? And I don't even know if I'm following the right or correct form on this. I'm just guesstimating. This is a nudity writer. Oh, you guys, I was going to do another video on this too because I keep finding stuff. The nudity writer. So in the nudity writer, it says that Blake Lively is supposed to get a robe, like in between takes or whatever. And in her complaint, she doesn't even mention the fact that that was in her nudity writer. So she was covered up in between takes or had the opportunity to be covered up in between takes. Let me see. Exhibit 135 and 37. Oh, these are agreements. Oh my God, you guys. The agreements. This is going to have, what is it? Betty B Holdings. We're going to get to see their board meeting minutes. Potentially. I hope so. And if we can see the board meeting minutes that's involved in this lawsuit, and it's talking about damages or whatever, we could potentially see how Blake Lively's celebrity status or rumors have affected her sales or her agreements to be the face of Betty B. Can you imagine Betty B being like, we can drop Blake Lively if she's not popular, or she can stop being the face, or her face, or whatever she said is affecting our sales? Wouldn't it be interesting if they were talking about what Blake Lively was saying on the red carpet, or the fact that maybe she had an interview that wasn't that was like in a mocking tone? I really want to see those board minutes in relation how it has to do with this lawsuit and those law. Oh my God, I want to see everything. Unseal everything. Just unseal it all right now. They should have copies of it right now. And I know I'm not looking at the right docket because this is 137 and 152. So I'm probably looking. But where is, actually, I was going to pull up. This is so great. Unseal everything. Lively, lively, lively. Third party interests. Oh my God. This is beautiful. Unseal. Let's see. Huh. Seal only the personal information on the first page, the dollar amount and fees, the bank account information, and the percentage. Huh. Didn't even know that was in there. I wonder, what am I looking for? I'm looking for something. Yeah. Unseal. This is the sanctions. Wayfair didn't want this. Client or parties. Okay. So we'll get to see the spoliation stuff. So we have like 5 days for everything to be unsealed. Some of them will be totally unsealed, so those should be quick. All redactions are already proposed. Okay. So what do you guys want to see unsealed? I kind of wanted to see this to be unsealed. Because there's so many like redacted parts to this, and this is Blake Lively's, I believe. So this is Sony. Actually, why don't we do this? SPE is Sony. I want to see what she wanted. Why would she want these? So September 2022, Baldonian Wayfair sought to eventually did partner with No More. Together plan to use the film as an opportunity to raise awareness and domestic violence. That's why I am utilizing this channel to do the same, but for trauma. Everybody check out Healing Hearts Ranch LLC. And if you guys have other charities or organizations that I should be highlighting, let me know, because I don't want to leave anybody out. Christina says, so do they refile them and replace what is on the docket, or will they be new numbers? I think they refile them on the docket. I think Blake will accidentally, intentionally forget to file many of these things she wants to keep hidden. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Why is like this undisputed, except for exertion that Wayfair planned to use It Ends With Us as an opportunity to raise awareness about just domestic, which decided who she flip. This makes me mad. God, I'm just, ugh. She can't even tell the truth about. I want to see this. I want to see number 10. Yeah. What is this? Establishing a separate entity. Oh, this is about the film. That's not real juicy. That's not juicy. Here we go. Although Wayfair and its employees provided some administrative, legal, and operative support on the film, that is common, paid Wayfair something. Those services pursuant to terms of Wayfair's code. So why is it to BLE though? I think that was going to be redacted. Let's see what else. I just want to see context of things. We'll see this. We'll see this. Won't we? On the same day, February 17, Wiley told Warren Zavala, her agent at WME, something. Exhibit 43. What was 43? Was that covered? Let me see. 43. Maybe it wasn't covered. Whoops, where did I go? Oh, that'll be good. That'll be good. Whatever happened on February 17. They were in pre-production. Right? Is that the same date? 2023. Oh, this might have to do with the body scenes. Oh, and to guys, one more thing. Did anybody notice not the correlation or the association, but did anybody notice that every time that Blake Lively complained about something, there was usually a scene associated that she wanted to either rewrite or have input in, starting from the beginning of production? So we both know, or we all know, that when Ryan Reynolds was yelling at Justin Baldoni, we saw that the script was changed immediately, and that they were, that scene was taken out right away. Right? So we have pre-production, weight complaint, scene gets taken away. And then we have graveyard scene, where graveyard scene, Lively didn't get her input in. or he was like, yeah, thank you for the input, blah, 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 blah. And then you had the complaint about the hugging, about Robin Lively. And then what is it? You had the complaint about the hugging and that HR was not being taken seriously, right? And then we go on to what is next? Either the hospital birthing scene, right? And the friend, she complains about that and wants input about that. So there's the complaint associated with the birthing scene or whatever, right? And then the trailer stuff, that seems like it's in line with, getting Alex Sachs elevated to main producer on the film, right? Which is something that Lively could have done, and maybe she put that in her PGA letter. What else? The X scenes were already agreed upon, but they had to have a fight over the 17-point agreement. So then the scenes for Isabella Ferrer, she had authorship and editorial over. So all I'm saying is that in my mind, in my Tin Crown ball gown theory, as I jump down this rabbit hole, is that every time that she wanted something changed, input in, or adjusted, there was a complaint, either to like maybe Jenny Slate with the sexy comment because she didn't want to take off her jacket and he did, so she complained about that and she got to keep her coat on. But every change that they wanted, it was associated with a complaint. Jungle Vet Jill says Angie Giannetti seems like one of the only solid people in the bunch. I agree. And now Blake Lively's trashing her through this lawsuit. I got 10% left before my phone dies, so if I die, I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep on going. Okay, so that might be Unsealed. Where else is Sony? Because I really think, this is what I think. If Wayfair can get out of the liability and blame Sony, then it's done. Then it's Sony's fault. It's like the whodunit, like that Matlock thing. My client is innocent because this murderer is sitting right there. You know what I mean? Allegedly, in my opinion. That's what I think is going to happen. I need to know if I'm right. Because I really do feel like she put a lot of her complaints to Sony. Let me see where else Sony, because Sony was in here. Here we go. Ooh. None of Lively's actually explicit scenes or scenes involving simulated nudity were rehearsed or filmed during the initial period. Ooh, this is Talbot and this is Sony to Wayfair. Ooh, and Sachs' deposition. Those scenes were rehearsed and filmed during a later phase of filming without incident. What's in here? That's what I want to see. Because I know that and the only reason why I say that, hi Kenny, the only reason why I say Sony is responsible, or I think Sony is responsible, in my opinion, for a lot of this, is because Blake Lively elevated Sony in her 17-point agreement, and she was complaining directly to Sony, even after filming was done. Um, so that might be true. And if Sony knew, I'm just like, ooh, here's Ferrer. Ooh, let's see what Ferrer's got. That one's all blacked out. It's all blacked out. What is she talking about? Oh my God. Everything is blacked out. Oh, okay. All right. Ferrer again. Ooh. Oh. Here we go. Ooh. All this. I'm excited. Oh my God. It's like a murder mystery. And we get to know the answers. Dang. Baker. Oh, I want to see her testimony too. Yes. Yes. Oh, shit. This is going to be great for a jury. Oh, I'm loving all of this. Yes. Tell us what's going on in that birth scene. Yes. Yes, Baker. You tell it, Baker. You tell us. Oh, Talbot, you too. You too. Why is all this? This doesn't need to be. Ferrer, ooh, that. What is she gonna say? Yeah, we practiced. Yeah, she was great. This person was great. That's what she said. Ferrer said this person was amazing. So what the hell were they talking about in that black box? Undisputed that only simulated X scenes were shot in the first phase of production that did not involve Lively. Disputed to the extent that something. And this is her expert, so we'll get something from there. He's probably commenting from something from here. I want to know who found Ferrer and how. They were looking for Ferrer. There was actually an open casting on social media looking for someone to play young Lily. And Wayfair was like, if we don't get anybody from like Grassroots America, don't just be prepared for like backlash. So they put out a casting call both on social media for regular people to audition, is my understanding. And I'm not sure if she did that or I'm not sure if it was like a Ferrer found it on social media and did it, or if it was through her agency. And I know Isabella Ferrer is not represented by WME. She's actually represented by a smaller talent agency. She doesn't have a publicist. She only has an agent. And if you want to contact her, you have to contact her through her agent. That's not how they found her, though. Justin said that Christy Carlson handed her tape after they searched online thousands of girls. Ferrer is a Clooney. She's she's related. Oh, Christy Carlson also cast Blake and Ryan into Green Lantern and was VP of DC casting until a few years ago. Oh, that's interesting. Christy was a coworker of Sean Levy's. Oh. Could be. There could be. We can go down that rabbit hole. But all this is going to get redacted. On June 11, before the Young Lily and Young Alice intimacy scene was filmed, Baldoni flagged, it looks like there was just an earthquake. 6.1. Baldoni flagged a production they would need to coordinate with the intimacy coordinator. Okay, why is that blacked out? Why is this blacked out if it's undisputed? Oh, well, 70 is blacked out. I'm sorry. I'm getting excited. But What is this? 70 something. Undisputed, that disputed, however, that something. Is that the text message? Talbot. I don't know. Ferrer. So we'll get earthquake where? I'm not sure. I'll check. Now I'm getting like all side crazy. Earthquake. Oregon. Ooh, Christina, you better get out of the way. That's Sacramento. We're getting ready for the big one. San Andreas Fault, baby's gonna shake, shake, shake. I am telling you, it's gonna shake, shake, shake. Yeah, I know Isabella Ferrer has a lot of connections in Hollywood. But, you know, as someone who is attached to two famous people, I have all the connections in the world and I'm still not famous. And that sucks. It was off the coast. The earthquake was off the coast of Oregon. Yeah. What else were we gonna see? Where's SPE? So we'll get to see something about the X scenes and what she says. Again, whatever this is. Alleged hostile work environment. Again, what is it? What did you guys say before my phone dies? Christina. Oh, here we go. Kenny Vixen. Oh, Khaleesi, you're YT famous to me. Thank you. Kenny, are you a psychic? You need to do me. I mean, in the most respectful, non-actual way I can say that. We need to do... Oh, my God, girl. I need to pay... Oh, did you see my paranormal series? Yeah. I mean, why am I the only one where my psychic predictions come true and my friends aren't? I want to know that. Secondly, if you can talk to my mom, she needs to come freaking down here and haunt me because I miss her. And she told me all of this stuff growing up, and I have issues. Me and my sister have issues because what she said didn't come true. Our mom was supposed to come haunt us and do our laundry. Okay. Her other uncle is Miguel Ferrer from RoboCop. I love Miguel like love. Ocean exploration. I want all the WME texts, especially their lies and forced false statements they made Stephen Derber of Freakonomics say as why there was no footage of a live taped. Kenny, proof. Let's get some lotto numbers going, Kenny. I've tried that. They wouldn't give them to me. Kenny, I was just talking about San Andreas and the earthquake off the coast, and we were talking about the apocalypse. Wrath, ooh, Emmy After Dark. Heck yeah. We'll do Emmy After Dark. She's being a good ghost mom and not doing your laundry. Oh my God, Khaleesi, no. Patricia, I want my mom and Nana to come haunt me too. Yeah, I want everybody to come haunt me in a nice way, not like you stack my furniture in a weird way, or like you hide my car keys and I find them in the attic. You know, I think my dad would do that to me for not being organized. Wrath, I would hate my mom to haunt me. Oh, would it be a poltergeist type thing where you have to excise them with like holy water? We're getting way off track. Oh, I just love, yeah, I love you guys. Full of my doubts. I just feel disappointed in myself all the time. You know what? If you want to do my dishes, go ahead. Please be that. Be. I want the OCD poultrygeist. That's what I want. I want the OCD poultrygeist to haunt me as a ghost in her life. Yes. Let me tell you, when my mom passed, my sister was so upset that my mom did not come haunt her. Like, extremely offended. Like offended. And I might end this live and we'll come back later at like 8 or 9. Well, we might come up later because I might do some door dashing to get some extra cash. But my sister was so upset after my mom passed away that we didn't hear from her, or we didn't get any messages or anything. And she was like, is mom talking to you? Are you getting any messages? And I'm like, no, dude, I'm getting like nothing. Like, I thought mom was gonna like haunt the hallway and like, we'd see her in the laundry room like folding our towels. Something, right? Or moving something. But we didn't see her in our dreams, like nothing. And my sister, for like a month and a half, was like, am I not good enough to haunt? Like, we grew up with all of this stuff. Like, we grew up with you saying that you were going to haunt us and that there's the real afterlife and to be grateful for the dead. This whole thing, like our whole entire lives, just this crazy stuff that we couldn't explain. Mom was cool as a cucumber. You TV turning on flipping channels? Oh, it's fine. TV or your closet opening and closing? It's fine. All that stuff. And what? Mom passes, great passing, like no pain, nothing. Psh, where are you? Just where? Not even here, right? Oh God. And talk about my family's murder. The family thinks that maybe one of them went to the fiery place and that's why we couldn't communicate. But then again, the other people were like, where are you? Appalachia? Oh my God. I've heard about Appalachia. I don't think I'd go hiking in Appalachia. Actually, I don't think I would go hiking here either because I heard Bigfoot's in Washington, which is surprising because I thought Bigfoot was a California thing. Oh, there goes my computer. My grandma would visit me in vivid dreams and tell me to stop paying so much at the mall. Nice. I like your grandma. Weird stuff happened after my grandma died. I'll have to remember to talk about. Yes, you do. I want all of your stories. Maybe, and maybe in order to haunt us, they don't move on, which would mean she is happy and moved on. Yeah, we think that she did that. She went to heaven. Appalachia is crazy town. Bigfoot is in Oregon. Is it really in Oregon? I didn't know that. Don't whistle at night here. Ooh. Everyone in my family has amazing paranormal experiences, and I'm the only one that wants the most, and I have nothing. I grew up with paranormal experiences. Check out my paranormal playlist. It's called Haunted House Calls. I'm telling you. I thought that I was the only one experiencing paranormal stuff. And I'm so glad you guys have too. We'll talk about it like, I don't know, we'll create a time. Tomorrow, we'll create a time. 9 p.m. tomorrow be like Emmy After Dark or something. Don't whistle at night in Appalachia. No. And you're not supposed to open your door when there's nobody there either. Let's go light. Okay, Kenny, pick a time, 9 or 10 o'clock. 9 or 10 o'clock before my phone dies. I'll post it on like X or something, 9 or 10. You have children, so you choose 10 o'clock. How's that? 10 p.m. Because then if people are up in the middle of the night, we can scare the shoes out of them. 10 p.m. live, Emmy After Dark. Bring your most scariest paranormal stories ever. That's 10 p.m. Pacific time. I want your Ouija board stories, your witchcraft stories, your tarot card stories, your TVs flipping, closets opening. What else did I have happen to me? Glasses at restaurants move closer to me. That was horrific. I want your Frozen stories, like your Frozen and oh, we'll just do it. Let me end this live before my phone dies, but we'll see you at 10 p.m. for everything. We'll see you at 10 p.m. for Emmy After Dark, okay, guys? Oh, and stay safe, Kenny, and I hope you're safe from the apocalypse. We'll talk about that too. Patricia, my grandpa on my mom's side visited my aunt in the hospital. So says another aunt. She didn't know him, but he had been dead for several years. Tonight, 10 p.m. tonight, here. 10 p.m. Saturday, here. Pacific Standard Time, Emmy, HOC1 at gmail.com. I will post it on the channel and I'll post it on X. So Emmy, HOC1 at gmail.com. Email all of your stories. I'll see you here again 10 p.m. tonight for paranormal stories. And get ready to be scared out of your panties. It'll be fun. Emmy After Dark, 10 p.m. Saturday tonight. Email your stories. EmmyHOC1 at gmail.com. And I'll see you later. Bye, guys.